This is Taylor Sparks, the Riley Green Fitness Examiner. Joining us today is Vipe Desai, the founder of HDX Hydration Mix, an all-natural performance formula. Started in 2011 and currently based in San Clemente, California. Vipe, thank you for taking the time to speak with Examiner.com.
Oh, thanks, Taylor. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's get started with our questions here. I understand you have a background in working in the beverage industry with some pretty large companies. What inspired you to go out on your own and start a natural performance drink?
I've been fortunate to be involved in the action sports industry, and that kind of started my passion in just looking at brands and everything. And along the way, I got an opportunity to work with the guys at Red Bull. I helped launch them here in '98, okay. And then I also was the head of marketing for Monster Energy for a couple years. So that was exciting. It taught me a lot. And what I realized is that, the product really, wasn't aligning with my values as I was getting a little bit older, but also in looking at where athletes were looking to, looking for more performance based beverages. I saw an opportunity that a healthy hydration drink would be very beneficial to athletes. So I guess just my experience with that just kind of led me to creating something that was healthy and focused around hydration.
Okay, great. So before you started this company, you were already involved and had founded some sustainable organizations such as Vote the Ocean and Project Blue. Would you say that these helped you to design a triple bottom line company?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody's experience kind of helps them to, look and see what they're going to do. And for me, business is being an entrepreneur is kind of what I do, and I love it. You take your experiences and you apply them to other opportunities. And Vote the Ocean and Project Blue are projects and campaigns of mine. But really, I think what really kind of helped me to move towards like this environmental focus was I've been fortunate to be involved with some environmental groups like Surfrider Foundation. Okay. Years ago, I was invited to be on the board of directors, and being on the board, you really get this really close-up view of what's going on in the environment. And we have thousands of activists across the country that are supported through chapters, and you hear their feedback of what's going on in their local community. And there was one activist named Steve Wilson who kind of brought the attention of plastic waste to my attention, and the attention of Surfrider Foundation and the board. And it really intrigued me that plastic waste, majority of it is single-use plastic water bottles.
That's right.
So taking my nonprofit interest and working with organizations at numerous different levels definitely helped me to understand that the company that I'm starting with and that I wanted to start had to have a triple bottom line strategy. I don't think you can just launch a product or a service in this day and age and not consider the pre, during, and post operations of your business. For us, we look at everything about our product, where it's made, the companies that make our product and that we work with, what are their values and standards? Do they, work alongside ours? And, we want to reward companies that are doing the same type of work and, carrying the same type of values that we are. And, it's like they say, a rising tide floats all boats. So,
that's right.
Reward people and by working with them to help make us a better company.
Okay, good. Was there one thing that all of the other beverage companies or hydration companies were doing that you decided to do differently?
I think part of it is that, some of the hydration-based beverage companies that are out there have ingredients in there that would assist with hydration, but really when you look at them, the ingredients are artificial, they're chocked full of sugar, carbs, and calories that many athletes and people in general find unnecessary. You don't really need that. I mean, the best hydration product out there, hands down, is water.
Right, right.
Sometimes when water isn't enough, it would be great to have something that had a blend of nutrients that were, natural, but
Right.
something that supported the body as opposed to stimulated it in a way that might cause other effects. We're seeing it right now with, foods and beverages where it's like, we have an obesity epidemic, we
Right.
have a
Right.
diabetes epidemic, we have, heart disease and everything like that. And those can be traced back to poor diet, poor health, and,
Yes.
a number of different things.
That's
But,
right.
for us, it was looking at it like, there really wasn't anything out there that we saw that was healthy and hydrating, but also something that created kind of like built it off of shared values of what consumers were looking for. I think there's there's a customer out there that's looking for something that's healthy and also something that's environmentally friendly. And if we can offer them both through a powdered beverage drink mix, I think we're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited you guys decided to do what you're doing too. Now, it's only been a year getting the business up and running. What roles have you had to take on in this short time frame?
Oh, wow. When you start a business, there's two ways to go about it. My role here is CEO, and that is Chief Everything Officer.
Okay.
It's not executive, it's everything.
Hmm.
You do everything, and I love doing that. I love getting in deep with our business. I love getting here in the morning and looking at the emails of the orders that have come in and,
Right.
Working with our guys to pack the orders and get them shipped and drop them off at UPS and everything like that. So for me, it's everything, cleaning up, and getting everything organized. And it's a lot of work. And the other way of going about it, I think, is, you go out there, you raise a lot of money, and you use that money to hire a lot of people, and you sit back while you kind of tell people what to do. And, for me, I've always been, a hands-on type of a guy. I love getting involved in everything. So for me, my role is being involved in every aspect of our business, and it's selling, it's marketing, it's operations, it's shipping, it's cleaning up, everything.
Yeah. So can you say there's one thing that you've learned the most about running a triple bottom line? Is it just everything, running a triple bottom line company?
It's everything, but I would probably say what I think I've learned the most is that it's possible to run a company with all these factors of taking care of people and planet and your business. It's definitely possible. I think 5-10 years ago, it might have been a little bit difficult. And there was definitely some mavericks that were championing this concept, like Patagonia.
That's right.
So for me, I think I've learned a lot. I continue to learn a lot. But what I've learned the most is that this type of business is possible, and it's only possible because people want it to be possible. They're looking for, companies, and they're looking closer at them. They're not just like, what type of product or service does this company provide me? But they dig deeper, and it's like, what does this company do for my community and for my lifestyle and whatever my interests are, if they're sport or lifestyle or health or whatever it might be. So that's what I've learned.
Okay. And so are you a consumer of all things organic, foods, clothing, body products?
Oh boy, I wish I was. I wish I was. But what I've learned is that the only way to change anything that you see that you don't like is to take steps towards these changes, and it's small steps. And what I've learned is that I've identified certain things that I want to change about my lifestyle, and whether it's using reusable bags, at the grocery store, turning on and off appliances, things of that nature. But I'd probably say what I've learned the most is, you vote with your wallet, and I think that's important for people to understand, that it's like, if you really want to change things, you have to use your money to that happen. You know, consuming products that aren't good for people or planet isn't going to change. What you have to do is identify, you know, foods, products, services that, you know, are directed towards change, and you have to want to give them time to develop and to succeed and grow and become part of everyday life.
Without a doubt. So HDX is, I'm sorry, I meant to ask you, so with all the hours and the responsibilities of the CEO, what do you do to keep your body and your mind healthy and sane?
Oh man, you know, it's a lot of different things, but I would say first and foremost for me, it is it's family. You know, family is first. I do love to surf. I like to read, and I like to, you know, take walks with my kid and my, you know, my dog and everything like that. So, but family first. You know, it's like there's nothing like going home and you know, being with your wife and your kid, and just be. To me, that's where I get my energy, is hanging out with my family and friends.
Very nice. And HDX is also involved in the community through donations and fundraisers. Where did you learn your leadership skills?
Oh, you know, my leadership skills, fortunately, have been taught to me by people who are my mentors. I've been very fortunate to come across some amazing people, but, you know, working with nonprofits has been phenomenal. You know, when you work with these nonprofits, you come across people who have put aside the corporate lifestyle. You know, there's no bonuses, there's no shares, stock options, or anything. These are people who are doing it because it's the right thing to do. Their passion is just ferocious. And I'll tell you, the people that work at nonprofits are the ones that I learn the most from, because they are can-do people. They are resourceful, they're passionate, and they're not doing it for a bonus. They're not doing it for a raise. So, you know, to me, I really look to people that work in nonprofit to inspire me and provide me with the leadership skills. I look at it, and if these people can do it without money and resources, and they can apply their passion to things that they're interested in protecting, preserving, or saving, then there's a lot for people like me to learn.
Okay, good. Now we're down to our final four, or my four semi-random questions.
Okay.
Number one, what has been your proudest personal achievement?
Oh man, being a dad.
Ah,
You know, it's the best job ever. For me, it's like forever I've thought about like what it would be like to be a parent and a dad. And last July, you know, my wife and I had our first son. Our first child was a boy, and for me, it's the best job ever. So being a dad has been the proudest personal achievement.
How cool that is. Title of last book read?
Uh, uh, you know, I've had two books that I've read that I've read and I read simultaneously that have been just amazing. One is a book called World Changing by Alex Steffen, and the other one is Daily Drucker. It's 300. It's the Daily Drucker, 366 days of insight and motivation for getting the right thing done. I have them here on my desk, so that's why I'm reading the title. But yeah, those two books have really helped me over the last couple years, and I think they're wonderful reads.
Oh, good. I'll be looking those up for sure. Two non-family members that you admire.
Oh, there's so many good people in my life. I narrow it down to two. I would say Bill Keller and Wing Lam. These guys are not only my closest friends, but they also happen to be my mentors.
Okay. Cool. And if you weren't in the natural performance beverage business, what career would you have?
Oh, stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
Yeah, stay-at-home dad. You know, to me, that's the most important job, a role that a person could hold. So that's something that I would not want to look back on as somebody that failed or got fired from that position. So
Yeah.
for me, my career would be stay at home dad and, do the best that I could.
How cool that is. How wonderful. Well, Vipe Desai, founder and CEO of HDX Hydration Mix, I thank you for your time and speaking with Examiner today.
Taylor, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.